All right. Welcome back to another episode, two in a day, of Two Plane Sports. Busy day today. This one is not as uplifting as the one earlier today. Obviously, earlier today we added a big transfer and a big transfer offensive tackle in Spencer Brown. This one, unfortunately, we're losing the leader of the defense in Danny Stutsman has officially declared his intent to go to the NFL. Before we get into everything, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share the video. Let us know what you think about this situation with Danny Stutsman and what you think about it moving forward for Oklahoma and what it means for the defense. Let's get into it. Brandon,
Yeah,
I'll kick it over to you.
this one's not fun. I missed the first video of today when you and Brum did the video about Spencer Brown. I did get to watch it. That one didn't suck. This one, I think you can say does suck. I want to start by saying good luck to Danny Stutsman. I hope he has a fantastic NFL career. He's going to be a Sooner legend forever. We got shirts that he made for us after that huge Texas win. Had a monster season. We all love him. We felt yesterday that he was going to come back. It is what it is. It moves quickly, but best of luck to him. But for the Sooners, there's still a lot of talent in that linebacker room. I think Kip Lewis is the immediate guy that steps in and plays next season in that Stutz role alongside Kanik. But you still got guys like Phil Pashotti, Samuel Masigo, Kip Lewis, Kobe McKenzie. Some of these young bucks. It's time.
Yeah, and we were talking about it a little bit before we started recording here. There is a lot of talent in that linebacker room, but like many other positions, and like we said with the offensive linemen in the last couple of lives, a lot of inexperienced talent. Now you look at the linebacker room and you expect Jaren Kanik to step up as the leader for this defense as a linebacker at the linebacker position. Sorry, Kip Lewis, you mentioned him. He really started coming into his own later in the later part of the season, and then you've got a lot of inexperience, but a lot of very raw talent behind them that we really haven't gotten to see on the field. We saw a little bit of a Masigo, when games got out of hand in favor of Oklahoma. That's when he would come in occasionally. Pashotti, I don't think we saw him that much. I think he might have entered one game
Maybe
early in the
Arkansas
season.
State.
Yeah. And then Lewis Carter, he did get a little bit of playing time early in the year. Obviously not as much at the end, but he was on special teams. He did make plays on special teams, usually in the tackles there to help out Oklahoma in that phase of the game. So you expect now, obviously, that the loss is going to be big, and now all eyes are probably going to turn to Billy Bowman and what he's going to do moving forward, because he is the other guy, the other leader of this defense, the seniority, the guy that you really look at as he's going to be an impact player. Just looking at what happened this year and what could be next year, obviously that's a lot of pressure on him, and he hasn't really committed one way or another. But the linebacker position now is going to have a lot of inexperience, and probably expect Oklahoma to check out the portal or go after a 2024 guy in Braden Platt, who we talked about a lot earlier in the recruiting cycle.
Stud.
Yeah, very, very, very good linebacker. While he is young, it's someone that Oklahoma was very high on. He just happened to pick Oregon. Maybe they revisit that recruitment and see what they can do to pull Platt away from Oregon.
We'll see about that. I mean, I don't know. I think just Kip Lewis, man. He came on in the goal line stand, made some big plays as part of that goal line stand against Texas. He played against Oklahoma State as a starting linebacker. Got a lot of minutes in that BYU game. He's the immediate guy. I really think he's going to be the starter next season. And the thing with Stutsman, obviously we saw what he did last year. You guys did. I missed it, but I heard he was phenomenal. This year he was phenomenal. Jaren Kanik was a little bit spotty. Sometimes even got benched. But I think with Stutz, he didn't really take that jump in his first year as a starter. So I think you can maybe see a big jump from Jaren Kanik next year two in the defense. Now he's kind of the guy. He kind of can maybe fill in for Stutz, and maybe Kip Lewis can be more of the Jaren Kanik role. But Jaren Kanik's going to have to step up and be big time, because he's got large shoes to fill.
For sure. And let's just take a quick peek at the linebackers in the transfer portal. Obviously, this is very fresh and probably something that Oklahoma was notified of earlier in the day, but they probably haven't gotten to look too far into how to replace or get someone there to help the depth at the linebacker position because, as we've learned, even before Brent Venables there, but definitely in year one, that position can get thin really fast when you don't have the experience that you need. Obviously, the one that Oklahoma fans are going to look at immediately is this highly rated linebacker in the portal, Jay Sean Barham, transferring out of Maryland. He just entered his name on Monday. Then you look at some of these senior guys, they might be someone that Oklahoma look at. Those two may be someone that Oklahoma look at, maybe even all the way down to 4 here with Kamara. See if they can get their names in there because they might not need the talent, but they're gonna want someone that's gonna be experienced in leading a defense. And not that Kanik isn't good at it or hasn't shown that he can be good at it, but given the track record of the staff, they're probably gonna look for something.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to see him go after all 4 of them. Because you might as well throw your name in the hat, your hat in the ring, and see if you get any bites. But I mean, Barham would be nice. I think any of these guys would be nice. But I mean, it's really, again, I think it's time for the young bucks. These guys that we were super excited for. I mean, there's a reason we were excited for. Kobe McKenzie's a guy that I thought was going to be like elite. Kip Lewis kind of played sooner than I expected him to play. But I think these linebackers on the roster currently that already know the system and stuff. It's more time for them. I do think we at least try for a transfer linebacker, but I'm sticking with the young bucks.
Yeah, and that's fair. And at the end of the day, what's in the transfer portal today is probably going to be very different than who's in the transfer portal in a week. Probably even a couple days from now is going to look very different. So Oklahoma is probably not pressing to get someone from the portal, but they're definitely going to keep their eyes out there for someone that they may want or feel like they need to help bolster that room and the depth because you do only have one linebacker coming into this with this 2024 class and James Nesta, who will probably be someone that would be more impactful in years 2 or 3 rather than an immediate guy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, now we got to see, like you said, with Billy Bowman, he's the next watch. Hopefully he stays because I don't know. I mean, he might be just as big of a loss as Stutz if he does decide to leave. The good thing about both these positions is we're loaded behind him. If Billy Bowman does decide to test the portal, or not the portal, if he decides to hit the league, I think it's a good time for him. I think he'd be a pretty high pick. I think Stutz would be a first or second rounder. I think Billy Bowman would probably be in that same range. But you got Peyton Bowen back there if Billy leaves. Now, in the immediate future, do you think Stutz plays in the bowl game?
So that's where I was going to next as well. I don't know. I think that when you declare for a draft, you kind of just assume that he's going to leave because he's got to start preparing for that draft process. Not an easy one. He's getting wrapped up with school, and now he's going to start training. Probably move back to Florida for the next few months. That's basically where a lot of the prospects that go into the NFL start training for the combine. Assume he's going to get invited to the combine, so that'll be something fun to watch come, was it March or early April? I can't remember when it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think given that he's leaving, he didn't get like a 3rd round grade. He's got to be a late first, round 2 guy because if money is a motivator in this, and it could be, the NFL, I think that Oklahoma can pony up enough NIL and get those opportunities enough for him to really consider coming back and helping this team go on to the next level of football in the SEC in year 1. But at the end of the day, it's college football, and it's not made to be forever. It's a 3 or 4 year thing. COVID kind of just extended the lifetime for some of these guys, and Danny's been talented enough, and he's done a lot of good stuff for Oklahoma. I think now it's just his time to go on and be great in the NFL.
Yeah, he probably felt with the last 2 years he had. If he came back, there's not much more I think that he can put on tape to rise his grade. You're getting what you get with Andy Stutsman, and you're going to get a pretty damn good linebacker somewhere in the league. So, good luck to him.
Yep. Hopefully he's a future Viking.
or Dolphin. But I think with the bowl game thing, he does seem like a guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he did decide, like one more game with the boys and let's go out strong, finish your you. I mean, technically, if he doesn't play the bowl game, he did end on a high note. They got the last win there at Owen Field. They beat TCU, but I hope he plays in the bowl game. I can see him playing in the bowl game, but I wouldn't be shocked either way.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It sucks to lose him, but I think I can speak for both of us here. I mean, you said it at the top. We wish him best of luck in the NFL. Obviously, it's gonna be fun to watch another Sooner on Sundays, wearing Viking purple or Dolphin whatever,
Teal,
teal,
baby.
Dolphin teal. And as long as it's not Patriot blue, I think we're all gonna
They
be okay
ruin
with it.
Sooners. That's what they do.
They do. They really do. All right. Well, that's all we got for this video. Again, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, because these things are going to start popping up quickly, and we're going to try to get these videos out to you just as fast. Brandon, any last second thoughts here?
Danny Stutsman thoughts, favorite memories. Do you have the shirt? Things like that. I'm sure a lot of our viewers have the shirt. I wish I had the shirt. My brother has the shirt. I might get one now.
Well, make sure to hit the comment section. Do that individual challenge that Brandon threw out there for you. We appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.